Hey guys, welcome back to Coin Knowledge. So today here we're going to be taking a look at SpartaDex, which is going to be the first gamified DEX on the Arbitrum ecosystem. And obviously, if you guys are familiar, Arbitrum has been getting a lot of hype around it as it just launched its native token not too long ago, earlier this year in 2023. And if you're familiar with or remember DeFi Kingdoms, they're still around, but DeFi Kingdoms, they were kind of that gamified DEX on Harmony 1's blockchain, and they still are. They were the biggest DEX on Harmony One. That's kind of what Sparta Dex, in a nutshell, reminds me of what they're trying to do here. But again, not a direct comparison, just kind of to get just a recap real fast what we're getting into. But if we look at Sparta Dex, so we'll kind of just go over their main website here, as they have not launched at the time of this recording. So the first DEX with gamified yield. Play the game set in the realities of ancient Greece, make progress, develop your hometown, and increase your yield. So what is SpartaDex? Our DEX can be divided into three main points. So obviously, monetize time. SpartaDex is a combination of an ancient Greece based RTS game with a fully functional decentralized exchange. So a DEX, this unusual combination perfectly fills the imperfections of the traditional DEX model, kind of just it being boring. Again, kind of like DeFi Kingdoms, if you guys remember. I really like that one. Time is money. Just play the game, develop your hometown along with yield from your LP. So the more you achieve, the more you profit, the more you earn. The whole progress is being saved in an NFT of your polis, so kind of your town. So gamified yield, and then deep liquidity pool. Liquidity is the basis of any DEX. Obviously, so the economic model of which SpartaDex is based will not only provide more stable and locked liquidity, but above all will make each user want to provide it here without reporting or resorting to other places. Why? Because it's great fun that pays off. Again, bringing that gamified part to the DEX. Gameplay, especially if we do play their trailer here. We'll just mute it real fast so you can kind of get a feel of what to expect. Again, kind of has that DeFi Kingdoms a little bit, almost not kind of as hand-drawn, if that's the best word, but you can kind of see here as you have everything on the left-hand side. You have the map. You kind of navigate the marketplace, kind of like how DeFi Kingdoms had its tavern, the garden for LP. If you got involved with that. If not, plenty of videos out there, and we've made them too. So, but that's just kind of their quick trailer of what to expect. So we are free to play Web3 game. The legendary 300 Spartas facing thousands of opponents now enter the Web3 as SpartaDex. So again, bringing that unique gamified DEX onto the Arbitrum system. So how you begin, you can mint your actual free, at this time of recording, free Polis NFT to provide $100 of liquidity, and then start of your journey when it launches. So Polis, obviously the NFT you can stake, and what tracks all of your progress within SpartaDex. A well-developed Polis is of a very high value. It defines how high rewards you get for LP staking, other in-game activities. You work on developing the city, upgrading buildings, recruiting units, and obtaining resources is never in vain. So again, that'll be your NFT that kind of tracks your progress. So NFT 2.0. All of this value is locked in the Polis NFT. It's up to the player to decide whether to keep it or continue their game world, or sell the NFT on the marketplace for a large return. So very nice to see that your Polis or your progress can be sold secondhand. That is always nice to see. So the Senate, so obviously the Senate is the heart of the Polis. It makes the command center of the whole ecosystem. It makes for a smooth transition between the blockchain and all the possibilities offered by the game itself. So obviously that's going to be where you can LP stake, and then governance, and then it is not only SAS. It not only allows you to vote, it also provides a real yield from micropayments, DEX fees, claiming fees, bridging fees, unstaking fees. Obviously they're going to have their own bridge. Again, kind of like if I remember the docs of DeFi Kingdoms, and I reference DeFi Kingdoms a lot just because, in my opinion, there's a lot of similarities here, but we shall see. And that's the Senate. And then they'll have the marketplace. So obviously the marketplace is where you go for swaps, resource markets, gems if you want to cash in a little bit, micro payments, and then you'll have, obviously you can go to get more stuff for your Polis, so the Greek quarry, the gold mine, the temple, the barracks, academy, wall, you name it, you can keep upgrading your Polis, the army, so the hoplite, the greatest Spartan pride hoplites are the heavy infantry. So if you look here, those are kind of the heroes that you can get. Again, reminds me of, and I'm going to reference that I got more again, but the heroes that you can get in the tavern, then rent them out for quests from DeFi Kingdoms. And then the roadmap here. So, 2022, the first quarter, start of development, and then 2023 beta launch, test net, main net, new functionalities, partnerships, multiplayer mode, mobile game release, and then a perpetual dex, which, as we know, there's a hot narrative there, or at least there has been. So Sparta token, blood of the ecosystem. They will have their native token, Sparta, which will be the Sparta Dex token built again on the Arbitrum ecosystem, which is in the future going to have a multi-chain asset. So it is the key of, achieving benefits from the operation of the exchange. So you can stake the Sparta and get real yield. Then you will be able to get gems as well by getting gems on the market, which are the premium currency in the Sparta Dex ecosystem. Owning them improves the gameplay, accelerates development, and as a result, increases the LP yield. And then supply of the Sparta when it releases. Obviously, you can always pause the video. And this, again, this is the time of this recording, how they're going to divvy that up. And then dual reward mechanism for LP stakers. So you'll be able to provide it. You'll be able to get the Sparta and the token A partner project. So it's very cool when you like to see that. Ecosystem reward. So you can single side stake or, oh, nope, sorry, I read that wrong. But ecosystem reward, so obviously you're going to be able to get rewards for providing liquidity in the ecosystem within SpartaDex by, again, getting that real yield from all the different fees that they collect. And they do have their white paper here. That is going to be coming soon. That's why we're not looking at it, but it is going to be coming soon. And at their gallery, they have kind of their artwork that you can see they're going with. It almost reminds me of like a cleaned up, polished Clash of Clans, but maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm off there, but I can't tell if I like this artwork more than DeFi Kingdoms. I don't know. We'll see yet. We'll see when it gets fully fledged out. But either way, that is SpartaDex, what they have going on right now. Again, the gamified Dex that is coming to the Arbitrum ecosystem. They will be launching, I believe, here soon. But and by the time this video comes out, they may have already launched. But again, just bringing it to your attention. Let me know in the comments below what you think of SpartaDex. If it reminds you of DeFi Kingdoms, if it doesn't, let me know if I was way off. And yeah, just let me know. And otherwise, if you guys can like the video, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, and I will catch you guys in the next one. All right, see you guys.